Now you said REP, the retail energy provider. There are multiple people out there that, is it fair to say, feed the grid?
Well, it's not necessarily that feed the grid. There's just now you have options. Before you only had one, a monopoly. Your utility. And in deregulated market, it just allows you to have more options and allows you to, it's kind of, if you go back into the deregulation of telecommunications for cell phones. When cell phones first came out, the cost was, astronomical. Today, you can have, I call it all you can eat. All the internet, all the, the cellular time, national calling, all the long distance, all your emails, all your text messages for one flat rate. Well, basically, that's what deregulation is all about. It's coming down to one day we'll all have the options of saying, hey, who I want to be with, where I want to go in all markets across the country.
Yeah, there's no doubt that when there's competition, it's good for the consumer in terms of prices and quality. So I definitely agree with that.
So let's say I'm a larger customer and I'm going to get multiple brokers involved in quoting my business. What do I want to be looking out for as a consumer when I'm in that situation?
Well, the first thing you want to make sure everyone's on the same page. Ask the questions. You want to know that, someone's not bringing in, as we discussed earlier, a variable versus someone bringing in a fixed. Variable rates in our industry, we call them volatile rates. That's not something that would be beneficial to your organization. What you're looking for is a fixed all-in. An accountant's dream, knowing what you're going to pay each and every month, and not have not be susceptible to any hikes, spikes, peak demand, or annual increases. Anything outside the four walls does not pertain to you. So you just want to make sure that everyone's on the same page. Make sure the agreements are equal, apples to apples. Okay, it's very important to go over them. Don't just assume that because one provider is offering one thing, the other provider is offering something similar, that it is the same. Go over the agreements. Third, make sure you're bidding on the same product. That's key. It's very simple to do when you're dealing with educated people. And back kind of what we said a little earlier is, when you're dealing with licensed and bonded brokerage firms, people that can educate you, national firms, these are the companies that you really want to look at.
Great. Well, that's a lot of useful information, John. We really appreciate it. That's the point of deregulation, right? Is any broker out there has the ability to offer these types of programs?
Yes, indeed. There are, of course, dealing with larger firms, you have a little more flexibility, sometimes a little more buying power. It is a cottage industry, so that means that there are people that just work in their own backyards. But hey, again, just check out and see if they're licensed. Make sure that they're bonded. Those are the people that you want to deal with because, hey, we all know that there are some people out there that, can do things a little unethical, and we wouldn't want you to be hurt by that. So just ask those couple questions. Are you bonded? Ask them to review it, especially if you're in a market that's you need a license. Ask them to see the license. All of our agents carry the license with them. So in case they're asked, they can show the client.
And that's fair to say, too, that obviously with this volatility of the market, you may not be sure what the deal is, what the best opportunity is. You may get some great advice, but when it comes down to it, because of the volatility of the market, the possibility is you still could be wrong. So there is a risk and reward situation, yes?
Well, that's why, you want to go with the experts. Because I can walk into just about any business in the country, and if it's not an energy business, then I don't know how to run it. I couldn't just walk right in there and take over and start doing the business. I would need the help from everyone else, and that's just like what we do for you. You have to go with the experts. You have to go with the people that know. It's just like anything else out there. When you're making an intelligent decision on something, you want to go with the people that are giving you intelligent answers.
Great. That sounds awesome. Well, thank you so much for that, John. Again, if you want to learn more go to the website, reverbnetwork.com. That's www.reverbnetwork.com. You can learn more about America Approved as an energy broker. And my good friend Frank over here too, we'll give him a spot so you can find out more about him. We're not going to tell you about him today. He's going to be an upcoming episode, so we're looking forward to that. We're going to take a short, quick break, and we're going to come back to the forum, where we're going to have a question and answer open discussion. And before we get there, though, I wanted to share a little something with you that happened before we started taping. For those of you that don't know, Frank and I have a love of magic. So we get to have a little fun beforehand, and check this out. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Hey, so before this goes and stuff, I wanted to show you this because we're going to be talking about electricity today.
Right.
And I was thinking about this. I don't know why anybody wouldn't do this deregulation thing, because you'll be able to just shatter your electric costs. So, so check this out. Here, do me a favor. I put the bulb in the bag, but you can see that, I mean, it's in there, and there's
right.
just, we're going to need that. You'll see why in a second. Do me a favor, hold on to the end of the clip. Use your other hand, because we're going to need your other finger in a second. Now this kind of closes, we're going to close the loop.
Okay.
Okay, all right, so are you ready? Don't take your eyes off the bag, watch the bag, but
okay.
Take your finger and then bring it down and slowly touch mine. Don't take your eyes off the bag though, ready? Check it out. Check it out. Look at it. Now that's shattering your electricity.
Crazy.
There it is. That's shattering your bill, huh? What do you think of that?
I loved it.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was really good. That really scared me.
I knew it would. I knew it would.